We just received some critical information as to how much Shib the Shibarium network might actually be burning once it goes live. Make sure you guys stay till the end. I put together this spreadsheet behind me as to how much we could actually burn on Shib daily and monthly. But before I can show you that, we have to show how we got these numbers. The other day, Satoshi retweeted this post from the Shib token official Twitter account, linking to the Shibarium docs that outline some important information when it comes to the burns on the Shibarium network. Now, the first thing that's important to understand about burns on the Shibarium network is we're going to have a base fee and a priority fee. Now, the base fee, this is what contributes to the burns. So you see the base fee will be split 70% burned and 30% set aside to maintain the network. You can see what's going to happen is once we have $25,000 worth of bone ready to go, the accumulated bone are sent to the Ethereum layer 1s where an automated swap for Shib takes place, and this amount gets burned, calling its contract function. So essentially, it's going to accumulate bone, as that's the gas fee for the Shibarium network, then it'll get sent over to Ethereum, then it's going to get swapped for Shib, and then that Shib is going to be burned. Now, the cool thing is once we have this balance ready to go, anybody can initiate the burns by clicking the initiate burn button and verifying some transactions. Now, luckily for us, since we have the Shibarium beta going right now, we can actually see the estimates for how much Shib is actually going to be burned and how much bone every single transaction is going to take as a transaction fee. Now, they highlighted in another section that the nice thing about this chain is going to be the cost and how cost effective it is, because the idea is that Shibarium solves this issue of costs with transactions by keeping many transactions below 1 cent. So their goal here is to be extremely affordable on transactions. Now, with the Shibarium beta, we can see different blocks occurring right now. We can see this block in particular has 71 transactions. Now, if you look inside that block, we can actually see the transaction fee right here in terms of bone. So you can see here was a contract creation, but here are transactions where there are send transactions occurring. You can see basically all of these transactions that are being sent have this amount of bone as a fee, and I can open this up and you guys can see what I'm talking about. So you can see transaction fee is that couple zeros followed by 315 bone. So you can see that trend continues here with a lot of these different transactions showing the exact same fee, which is why I assume that is the base fee that they're using, at least for the Shibarium beta. Now, this could change when the full Shibarium launches. They might change this base transaction fee and maybe have this double, triple, who knows, but we can use this number to actually estimate how much Shib will be burned. And in case you're wondering, this trend continues in different blocks. You can see here's a smaller block with only 3 transactions. This also had it, and then another block with 2 transactions has the same fee amount. Okay, now we know how much each transaction costs, but obviously for us to calculate how much we're going to be burning total, we have to know how many transactions are we going to have. Now, this is where we can look at Polygon, in my opinion, because Polygon is very affordable Ethereum layer 2. So I think this is a great example for us to look at. You can see recently Polygon's been averaging about 3 million transactions every single day. So we're going to use that number as our benchmark. If you guys appreciate the research I did into the Shibarium burn rates, make sure you guys subscribe down below, hit the notification bell so you don't miss another video just like this. And that leads us to our spreadsheet. So when we look at the test net right now, this is what we'd be looking at. Bone transaction fee is very, very small. That converts to $1 of a fraction of a penny. If we assume 3 million transactions every single day at that price, we'd be having a total fee of only $100 every single day. And out of that, 70% is going to the burn. So we'd have $73 going over to burns every single day. On a monthly basis, that's only $2,200 worth of Shib being burned. As I mentioned, it's very possible that this bone transaction fee that's so small is just temporary for the beta. Now, when they do the full launch, it's very possible that they're going to increase this bone amount to hit about that 1 cent threshold that was mentioned in the Shibarium docs. Now, if they do that, and we can have 3 million transactions every single day, we'd be looking at a total fee of about $33,000 a day. So a dramatic difference from what we were looking at before, about $100, 33,000 burns per day, about $23,000 of Shib being burned every single day, and burn per month would be close to $700,000. Now, in my opinion, I think it's very likely that they're going to adjust this bone transaction fee, make it a lot higher than this testnet amount, because that is just such a small amount. Because if you think about it, 30% is going towards running the network. So out of this $100, they're basically taking $30 to run the network every single day. There's no way that they're going to run one of the larger Ethereum layer 2 networks off $30 a day. So I think it's very likely they're going to adjust it up, and maybe it's around this threshold where they're getting close to that 1 cent per day base fee. Then you're going to have the other fee on top of that, but the base fee about 1 cent per day. And that would enable them to get significant capital to help support the network. Now, it's also very possible that they go back on this. Maybe they say 1 cent is extremely affordable when you look at the competition out there. When you go to Ethereum, you're talking a few dollars. $10. In reality, when you're doing something on the network, you're probably going to be spending at least $5. So you can afford to spend maybe 5, 10, 20 cents on a transaction fee, and it's not going to deter people that much. So maybe in an ideal scenario, they make this 10 cents per transaction fee, which I think is still extremely reasonable when we look at it that way. That being a total fee per day over $300,000 and total burn per day over $200,000 per month, almost $7 million of SHIB being burned, which is great. In addition to that, if they do the base fee, let's say 0.1 bone per transaction, if the price of bone goes to, let's say, $10 instead of the current price of about $1.11, we could see this amount basically 10x. We'd be burning $70 million worth of SHIB on a monthly basis, which would start to make a significant impact, and your fee would still be about $1. So still extremely affordable for many people. Let me know in the comments, what do you guys think about these SHIB burn numbers? Do you think it's going to be enough? And where do you think that the bone fee is going to be when Shibarium goes fully live? Now, if you want to learn more about the potential of this full launch for Shibarium, check out this video up here, and I'll catch you on the next one.